in Bay, the guy I chose for comeback player of the year, I went between two guys. One of the guys I just mentioned, Dee Ford. I did not ultimately choose Dee Ford because I just don't want to rely on him to.
That was my second guy, Ben. That was my other guy I was pondering about.
For sure. But for me, comeback player of the year has to be Deebo Samuel. No question about it. And I think with his injury history last season, he could not only could he not play as much as he wanted to, obviously, but he couldn't perform the way he wanted to once he was playing in games. You saw how much it affected him. And by the looks of everything in training camp and all the reports we've seen from 49ers reporters, he seems like he's set up to have a stellar season with the 49ers. And, you know, especially with Deebo's quote unquote being a running back and a wide receiver's body, that kind of foot injury is so tough on a player like that who needs to hit the ground running so much, especially when you hand him the ball as often as the 49ers do. So if you look specifically like at those games against the Rams, against the Patriots, his best two games really of the season, he was able to have a huge impact on this team when he does play. He probably single-handedly won that game against the Rams. So I think for the 49ers, if they can have a healthy Deebo Samuel and he can get the full reps in the offense and they can start targeting him downfield more, sky's the limit for him. I think, you know, people have suggested maybe the 49ers will have 3,000-yard receivers. I don't know if I would quite go there, but I will say this. I think they should have at least Kittle, Ayuk, and Deebo finish with 1,000+ yards in all-purpose yards, at least. So I think collectively between the rushing and the receiving yards, altogether, each of those guys should finish with 1,000 yards or damn near close to 1,000 yards. So yeah,
especially with the 17th game, we got an extra game now too.
Yeah. Absolutely, but yeah, Deebo Samuel, I just couldn't go anywhere else with this one. Honestly, I think he's going to have a hell of a year, and he did struggle last year.
No doubt. And let me tell you something about Deebo Samuel. Other teams got to prepare for this guy. These defensive coordinators, the linebackers coach, they're going to talk to their linebackers and say, look, when Deebo's in motion, you better pay attention to him. Don't ignore Deebo, because when Richie James is trying to run the jet sweep, they don't respect it the same.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, for sure, man. Yeah.